Residents of Night City and the world, we have some extremely disturbing news. The fourth corporate war has come to a head, as only moments ago what seems to be a sudden nuclear explosion has gone off within the city and corporate district of Night City. It is unknown what the source of the explosion was at this very moment, but a firestorm has ensued and is spreading across the city. It is recommended to evacuate to the abandoned outskirts of Night City until the situation can be tamed. We will keep you all up to date, but don't forget to take this sudden calamity as an opportunity to purchase new nasal filters from our sponsor. I'll let them take over. So, today is August 20th, 2023, an opportunity that doesn't expose itself very often. A date decided all the way back in 1997 Firestorm Shockwave sourcebook where the Night City Holocaust has arrived. While we don't have a Zaibatsu like Arasaka around to keep us company on this day, our reality certainly has no shortages of evil corporations, ranging from Meta, Amazon, BlackRock, and so on. It's doubtful we will be seeing any fireworks today, but I might have to get back to you guys on that one. Today, I just want to take this chance to speak about the Arasaka headquarters bombing, also known as the Night City Holocaust or AHQ bombing, why and how it happened, its initial impact, and its aftermath. This seems to be one of those topics that, despite having a large amount of importance in Mike Pondsmith's Cyberpunk universe, tends to be misunderstood or glanced over due to players not widely reading the canon sourcebooks and the game itself presenting false coverage of the actual event. The reasoning behind this is that Johnny Silverhand's memories are not entirely correct. A large portion of them have been tampered with during his engram inscription, as well as his own memories just fading with time. I won't be diving into the subject though, as I've already covered it in several videos I'll have linked down below. I primarily want to focus on the history and effects of the bomb. So let's begin. Fourth Corporate War had been going on since early 2021. Despite initially being a war struck between Megacorps, Sino, and OTEC, it eventually grew out of control when, despite peace between the two ocean-based corps having been signed off on February 27th of 2022, its two hired militaries, Arasaka and Militech in their own regard, had ended up continuing the war in a period of covert strikes. By the end of May 2022, the war was no longer covert and had gone hot. Battles had continued across the world until the fall of 2022, in which governments began nationalizing Arasaka and Militech facilities within their borders. Japan followed suit and nationalized Arasaka assets. With the global war effectively over, there was really one objective left to pursue: rid North America of all Arasaka facilities and objectives, in which the majority of Arasaka's forces had moved to Night City, where the war persisted. Days before August 20th of 2023, a number of high-ranking individuals, congressmen, state senators, and more were found jacked in the net with their minds blank. Soul Killer was back. 3 of the first victims were 2 major Militech stockholders and a US senator. At this point, Militech deemed the city to be a lost cause and began devising a plan to destroy Arasaka. The commander of the American and Militech forces around Night City, General Patrick, summoned several key players alongside mercenaries for hire to enact a final plan to end the war, an infiltration of the Arasaka towers. Legends such as Morgan Blackhand, Rogue, Johnny Silverhand, and even Spider Murphy are present. Supposed primary objective is to go in and destroy the Soul Killer program, the secondary being to steal Arasaka's database of all its intelligence files and set off a demolition charge to ruin the underground complex. The plan consisted of 3 teams, with each their own tasks. Johnny's team, Strike Team Alpha, consists of Johnny Silverhand, Rogue, Spider, Thompson, Chayton, and a small number of Militech Spec Ops soldiers and Lobos members. Their objective being to infiltrate the building, get to the Soul Killer lab, rescue Alt Cunningham, destroy the Soul Killer system, its backups, and the lab itself. The second team, Strike Team Beta consists of Night City mercenaries and Militech personnel, their objective being to infiltrate Arasaka's database and attempt to steal any and all information. If this is rendered impossible, the database must be destroyed either way. The last team, Strike Team Omega, is Morgan's operation unit, support from Militech's specialized units. His team acts as a fire brigade, used as reinforcements, a rescue squad, or interference should something go wrong. However, Morgan Blackhand clearly had an objective, unknown to any other member of these task forces. While not confirmed, he was likely the one to plant the nuke, seeing as it is later confirmed it was a Militech tactical nuke that went off, as well as him being seen headed to the lower levels of the tower alone, with an unmarked briefcase. So, on August 20th, 2023, the plan proceeds. Though, not everything goes as planned. Johnny's team is intercepted within the lab during their data extraction by none other than Adam Smasher himself. Silverhand is split in half during this encounter. Spider is forced to scatter all Cunningham across the net for later retrieval, then inserting the Soul Killer program into Silverhand's dying body, and leaving it as she is forced to retreat. Shaitan, despite holding his ground initially, is defeated by Smasher and stripped to only his biopod. Strike Team Beta is able to infiltrate the command center and database. They even find a cloning facility with DNA samples of all Cunningham and Yorinobu, alongside the engram of Yorinobu himself, a startling discovery. The team goes on to retrieve the database's vast information. However, they end up unable to extract the data, and it's lost along their escape. Strike Team Omega's objective goes relatively well until the final steps of the mission. The bomb is planted. Morgan Blackhand has initiated a duel with Smasher on the rooftops of the Arasaka towers in order to save Shaitan's biopod. However, during this duel, the tactical nuke is suddenly set off much earlier than anticipated, collapsing the towers immediately and interrupting the dueling solos as they fall with the rubble. The power of the bomb detonated was but a tiny fraction of the Hiroshima bomb. It was designed to utterly demolish Arasaka's reliquary database project, make it unusable. However, it was prematurely detonated at floor 120. The blast instantly obliterated the Arasaka towers, splitting them in half and causing them to collapse outward. The entire central city became rubble in seconds, with almost everyone in the immediate area dying instantly. It even caused a minor earthquake alongside flooding the inner city, which is exactly why a map of Night City from 2020 is so much different than what we have in 2077. Since the explosion had technically been an air blast, the overall long-term radioactivity was dampened, but ended up producing firestorms that covered thousands of acres beyond the city. This combined dust cloud spiraled up into the sky, turned it red for almost 2 years. Even years afterward, the skies at dawn and dusk would glow a lurid red, hence why this period of time from 2023 to the late 2040s is titled The Time of Red. Night City was barely habitable within 24 hours of the detonation. The firestorm and initial destruction had destroyed a majority of Night City's housing and infrastructure. The residents were forced to move wherever they could, oftentimes finding themselves in suburbs on the other side of the bay or further out areas around Night City that had been abandoned during the collapse, that is, beginning to become populated en masse with its newly found residents. Everyone was stuck looking for food in an extremely dangerous wasteland of ruins populated by violence. Alright, chooms, that concludes everything I have to say on the Night City Holocaust. Going any further would inch into the Time of Red. However, if you would like me to continue this with a Time of Red explained video, let me know down below alongside any thoughts you had during this video. A huge thanks to every channel member on screen as well for the continued support. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm looking forward to speaking to you all in my next live stream during Gamescom. I hope you all enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Take care, and have a great week, chooms.